Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I was playing some Bullet last night. Big mistake. Let's play some. Let's play some 3-minute. Okay. I love a little 3-minute chess. Enough time, like you rely on your instincts, yet you still have a little time to process a move. You don't have to play bullet speed. In theory, this should lead to. I see, because you're getting ready for the fork here. I see what you're doing. I see what you're up to. You get to process a little bit. In theory, this should lead to fewer mistakes. Hopefully. You're going to push me back? You really think I won't push me up against the wall? Okay, I'm not. In 3-minute chess, I'm unwilling, okay? You're in my base killing my dudes? By all means, stay in my base killing my dudes. You want to do that? Okay, my pawn structure is horrible. It's a truly horrendous pawn structure. The fork doesn't work yet. We can find a way to get him out of here. Something like this, maybe? No, that's not good. Something like this. I don't know what I'm doing. What are you doing? What am I doing? What is anyone doing here? I want you to have to go back. That's what I want. Then I want to do this. You try to push me off. I take this. You take me. I go. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I should stop wasting my time explaining. Because they can't take with the knight. So they got two choices. They could take, and then I'll take. Or they could do that, and then their pawn structure is as scuffed as mine is. The only difference is their bishop is actually good and mine is horrible. Okay, so they're protecting their pawn. Not unsurprising. I don't really want to just force their bishop back. That doesn't do anything for me. I think the next step for us is going to be to get our rook lifted up a little bit. Okay, if they do this, I legitimately don't care. Or do I? Is there any way I can get down there and protect that? I don't think so. I could just move to the... No. Hold on. This is a thinking man's move. Let me do this first. I'm a little worried about what happens after that. But I think next step is rooks up. Pinky's up, lads. Rooks up. I think... Oh, I don't want to go there. Let me go... It's a tough call. It's a very tough call here. I am going to go back here. Even though I want my rook to go here, I want to get in behind and attack these pawns. It's a complicated situation here. How much? We're down 30 seconds. It's not an insignificant amount of time. I think we have to push this to open up our bishop. So they can take this pawn. I would prefer if they did not do that. They're getting in pretty deep. Like, that move creates some problems for me. I had to get some extra, like, pawn protection going here. I'm a little frightened. Why is your picture Hikaru Nakamura? It's a real person. It's a real person whose photo you're using, but the person is not you. I'm insane. Did I bail out? Did I get out of trouble? Did I catch them in a fork that you could only do in chess with such a small time control? I had a feeling that one was coming, but that's okay. Now we want to swap queens. That's the next step. If I can get a little queen swap going here. This is good. It threatens the bishop, but it also threatens the queen swap. Okay, we need to move out. I've been placed into check. I'm choosing to go... It's tough. There's some tough plays. We're going to have to make some tough decisions. I'm choosing to go here. Because if I go here, they put me in check with the queen here. And then I'm like, I think I'm losing a rook. Now I can go here and they can't put me in check with the queen. I really don't want to get into a draw. I have to. I have to go here. Otherwise, we lose the rook. So the only other way out is like this. But now my rooks aren't protected, and I'm very. Oh, what about this? No, it's very scary. That's checkmate. Well done. Honestly, I shouldn't have tried to get myself out of the jam. I should have accepted my draw. But well played. Well played. I honestly thought that we were crushing you there. I mean, we were up by 5, but I think we created like a mathematically drawn situation. I like this position. I don't know. Apparently, it's not that bad. I thought it would be bad for black here because it was called, or because their pawn structure is all messed up. But apparently, it's just the old Steinitz defense. You know, that old song and dance. Let's block up this file or this diagonal a little bit here. Create some problems for them. I mean, their pawn structure is all. I don't know what you want me to say. Their pawn structure is a little bit messed up. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think we should then follow with like pushing our queen out, not to here because they got the queen covering it. But, oh, you know what? Why don't you just fork them instead? Yeah. I think they've discovered that move is good. But hey, check this out. This move's pretty good too. So we take the rook. Still pretty good. I would also say we just go here. We set up the exact same fork again by taking this. Well, it was not really the same fork, but we can gain a pawn and trade knight for bishop. I guess we lose the pawn there if we, depending on the order here. Unless I'm insane, I feel like this actually sets up the fork again. I feel like we're in a great spot. I'm not going to say I've never been hit by the same fork twice in the same game, okay? Like, it happens. We have to be careful about, like, surprise lethal. You know what I think we do? Let's try to bait him into a swap. Like, if we can swap now, we just win the game. Would you take here? Don't run out of time. But we got plenty of time, honestly. Here's my thinking. Threaten the bishop. Threaten this pawn. I don't mind this. I'll trade you. If you take this pawn, I love what we got here. I still love it. You can't move this, which is a great situation for us. We put more pressure on it. And we watch out for a devastating queen attack. I think we're in an amazing spot. I mean, we are up by 5. So now they can move. I would still do this. They take here. I have to move my queen. What do? If they take here to threaten my queen, we take this pawn. If they take my queen with their queen, this is checkmate. Little creative? Little creativity? So where would they go? It's a great question. It's an amazing question because they still got to cover this. And at any point, I could just trade 2 rooks for the queen if I wanted to. It's not a great trade for us, but considering we're up by 5, we might consider it. Like, they still got to keep their queen in a spot that covers this. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they're just okay with this. We take the queen. They resign. Because if they take our queen, then we go, rook to b8, and it's actually just checkmate again. Wow, that was... Can I... excuse me, Mr. Game Review Coach? There should be like a 3-minute bias. If you're playing 3-minute chess and you make a move like that, they should give you a brilliant. That's just my 2 cents. No brilliance. Really? Where's my best move? That's my best move? Excuse me, what about queen takes f7? You missed an opportunity to... Can you retry this one in the engine? I think the engine is wrong. I don't think the engine is accounting for how good this move is. I'm being half sarcastic. Okay, so how do they get out of it? If that's only a +8, how do they get out of it? They check. I take. Okay, but what if we did it like this? What if they put me in check and then I took with the king? That's a blunder. King H1 puts us up by 20. Why is this a blunder? Because then you play queen takes f7. It's a great move that gives... Oh, because that puts me in check then. Okay, actually, that's very obvious. Oh, okay. So if they did that, we couldn't... Well, honestly, if they did this, and I probably would have snap taken thinking that they just were throwing everything they had at us, then they would have taken with check, and we would have been down by 8, and they would have had great attacking potential. They still would have had to find a way out of this, but... Yeah, okay. Well, I'm still proud of myself, honestly. It required them to find an amazing move to beat it, which they didn't. Let's not forget that the computer says we could have done better, but we won the game anyway. Okay, what you do not do is this, I think. First, let's castle to stay protected. This is much worse for us than the last one. I was having a great time on the last one. I'm going to put you here. If you want to double up on me, go ahead. I'll get the open file. I'm not saying it's good for us. I think it maybe is the opposite, but... Now I'm going to try to push you back. Now you're in the same position. Your bishop is going to be, like, largely useless. Okay, which means I think we can then move... Knight to here doesn't give us that many prospects. I'd rather go knight here, maybe, and then we could talk about taking this pawn. And then we can move queen up, and we could talk about maybe taking that with our bishop. It's a little spicy, maybe. Don't mind this, I think. There's our pawn. I mean, we're not looking too bad here. I'm going to go queen up. And I am interested in takes, and then moving our knight up to here. I don't know. Maybe it's not good enough. It's never good enough, but it's always fun. They know that that's what we're going to do. They stream sniped us. We could put them in check. They would take. Then we would do this. I don't think that gives us even close to enough. So how do we get out of this? Well, we're not even in anything, but how do we get out of it in theory if we wanted to get out of it? Knight to here. Threaten this relatively strong bishop with a knight that's not doing anything. They have to respond to the take. Then what do? Well, I am up by a pawn. So trading knights seems okay. Maybe it's not an incredible move. Maybe you're not going to see it in any textbooks anytime soon, but it's something. And we're down 30 seconds. I would say that's the next step. I'm gonna try to get some control of this diagonal. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what that move was. That move was me being scared of being down on time. They're gonna double up here. I'm not frightened. You know what I'm actually worried about is their bishop coming here. Or here, for that matter. If it comes there, maybe I'm not scared. Here's what I'm scared of. Scared of being a nobody. Start putting pressure on these pawns. Force a response. I'd like you to move. We're taking too much time to accomplish very little. This is no good. Bring me back. Honestly, just bring me back. You've moved. I like that. I like that for me. Now I'm going to come out here. I'm covering this pawn. I'm attacking this pawn. You going 2-piece up? One piece up. I'm going rook over. Then I'm going to get ready to attack this fool again. With one of these. That's not good. That's a bad move. I'm going back. Why is it a bad move? Their queen just takes me. I would love it if you took my bishop here, honestly. I think that would actually help me out of a jam. I just lost a pawn. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't want to give them activated rooks, though. Well, mission failed. Okay, now we're even. Now we're even on pawns. Whose pawn structure is better? That was probably mine. Does that matter when I got 36 seconds on the clock? I would say it's unlikely. Let's make sure we're covering this, but we got to play fast. Their king is also more active than mine, no doubt about that. Okay, then we get activated king. We take a second to get an activated king. You know what? Stop the pawns from advancing. Let's hold them right there. We got to get some time back. We got to play on instinct. Interesting. King goes back up. We got a lot of do-nothing moves, which I think is actually great for us. They're going to push this? No, they can't push that. Let's stop them from pushing it even more. Well, whose king's more active now? Make sure we got coverage on this. Hold on, I'm insane. Make moves, get your time back. I meant to push this one first. That's completely my bad. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I want to stop their rook from getting here. I just want to do that. Get some time back. Now they can this rook can move a little bit, which is unfortunate. Okay. They're getting behind enemy lines. Actually, that move, that's much worse for me. Okay, how are we doing this? We're drawing? Am I that formidable? Yep, okay. Honestly, I'll take my draw there. The engine says it's a draw too, and draws are rare in 3-minute low-level chess. I actually feel in some ways they're more they're cooler than a win. I think we both played a great game there, honestly. No complaints. I didn't want to do this. What are we doing here? What is this? Is this... I'm looking at the opening explorer to see if this is like some kind of gambit that has become popular on YouTube. It's Alekhine's Defense, the Scandinavian variation. I don't know if that's... if we're in a good position or a bad position. What's my current game plan? If you take here, I would be annoyed. Because then I would... Yeah, okay. So you know what? I would rather you didn't. But I don't know what to do instead. You gonna stop me from castling? Because if... I just take with this one. Okay, let's get this son of a gun out here. Castle, rook over to the open file. Try to get coverage of that first. They castle before me. Both of their bishops are out. Okay. Okay, okay. It's fine. Then we'll take a little center control. I can understand why you would feel that way. I definitely don't mind. I think takes. We go here. Then we take a knight away for a bishop. I mean, we trade a bishop for a knight, and then we trade a knight for a bishop. Unless I don't know. I can't imagine they would put me in check first, but it is a scary thought, I suppose. Next step. I want to be able to put some pressure on the open file. I did want to go here, but I knew they would just kick me out with that one. So, all right. I also want to get my queen a diagonal to escape, I think. I don't really know where you're going. So we got some pressure on the open file. We're going to say that that's small victories for now. Now we can start to put some pressure on this pawn because it's been weakened by this pawn moving up. I'm not saying these are good ideas, by the way. This is just where my stream of consciousness is at. Let's not get it confused by saying that this is what we should be doing. This is merely what I am doing. I don't really feel like you're a considerable threat there. We can even stack up. I don't know. We probably want to push that instead, but then that really weakens this pawn. I don't know. I have to think about it. And this is where you want to take a second to think of your move, I think. I really don't want to move this, and even though I've got coverage, it creates an isolated pawn for me. Do this. Wow, they pre-moved it. Holy cow. The confidence. So then they take here, and I have to... They don't take there. So I take here. Am I missing something? We just gained a free piece. We're still up a free piece. Check this out. Take control of the... Attack this. How do you defend that? Doesn't really defend it. I feel like our opponent just made an error, which is okay. It's been known to happen from time to time. We have a useless check. They resigned. Okay. We are up by 7 according to the engine, so that's pretty good. Here, we can squeeze in one more this video. I mean, we're not crushing it from like an ELO standpoint right now, but I feel like we've been playing better games. We've been talking through our thought process. I know that the way you're supposed to deal with this, if he comes here, oh, he plays like this, comes here, we respond by taking as well. I don't know. I don't know. See, this is YouTube. I don't know the YouTube meta here. You have to go back. I can't castle anymore. But like, it's not necessarily that bad. We have to keep our queen side strong so that our king can come in here if they need the support. So I didn't want to give them the choice of doing the exchange. It helped me to get my queen a little bit more active here. I think we want something like this. And then king up. Why are they playing so fast? Are you 13 moves into some YouTube video? Because we're up a little bit right now. We're down on time. What are they doing? They're just moving quick. If you go here, I would still take you with the bishop. My bishop's pretty much doing nothing. Now, are you going to push me down? Are you going to make me hurt? See, like, we got a great attack here. And if they move the knight, well, they didn't. Now we've got an even better attack because we got the mate attack here. But if they... Well, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's still, like, pretty good. I could take this, then you take... You know what? What if I take this? If they take with the... No, it's not good. Just back off. I think you should say thanks for the free piece. This rook cannot move. Now it can. I definitely don't want to give him a freebie here. I definitely want to take a freebie here. It's still a very dangerous game. You put me in check. I don't care. I feel very strongly about our position right now. We're up by 6. It's got to be that. No, it's got to be this. We won. The resignation is incoming. Not to be insanely rude or anything. Yes. We were at mate in 5. I saw the way that the future was going to go for us here. It was something like, you know, if I close this out, it was like, they go here. I could do the swap, and then I'm still in a crushing position. But probably they go here, I go here. They're forced to do this. Then I take with the bishop. They're in check. I get a free rook out of it, and then I try to do the swap anyway. I'm proud of that one. I thought we played well against an opponent, pardon me, who felt fit to get a little aggressive. It's easy to crumble under attacks like that, but look at that. They didn't even play a bad game, by the way. We played out of our gourd, uncharacteristically so. Okay, so how do they like this? They prefer, well, this is classic for openings. You're down a little bit as black. So that's the blunder. I mean, I respect that they went weird with it. Show best moves? Ooh, okay. That's good. Now I don't need to mess around with this. I do want to, I mean, the game review is like nothing for us. We have We have 2 inaccuracies. I agree that that move I mostly just did because I didn't really have amazing time control. I felt like it would be good just to get a move back. What should I have done in this position? So, I mean, so for me, this is a complicated position. I think we should have done knight to g4 earlier. They like it more. But let's see what the best move is. Pawn up 2? Yeah, g5. Who would have thought? And then the next mistake. They're like, you missed a chance to win material. What are you talking about? This was the greatest move I've ever made. You missed a chance to win material. Knight takes here. That's not... What? That's better? Oh, well, okay. Because here's the thing. If they take, we take, and then their knight is screwed because they can't move it because we have the X-ray on the queen. And we got 2 pieces attacking a piece that's only defended once. Okay, I can see that. The rook is like they cancel each other out. So that's not the... That is best. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video, but I thought we played pretty well today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!